What is happening, y'all? Jay here, back again with another boss guide in Hollow Knight Silksong, and today we are taking on the Unravelled. Now, if you don't know how to get to this boss, cause you need a surgeon key for this, I will link that guide in the description. Anyways, let's do this. Now, before we face the main boss, we need to defeat two waves of smaller enemies. The first one is a solo, so you're gonna simply jump and attack as soon as he appears. That's easy. For the next wave, we have two enemies, so I would suggest get in position so that both are in range and then simply use the threat storm. And now the main boss. So one of its signature attack is a charge attack. So for this, you're gonna simply jump over the boss and get to the other side for one hit. Once more, jump and get to the other side, get a hit. Now we have the boss throwing two projectiles at you. So here's the trick. One is gonna fly over you, so you're gonna ignore it completely and jump up for the second one that is coming straight at you, which he then follows by a charge, so you know exactly what to do. Projectiles, jump over one and ignore the one that flies over you. We have yet another charge, so get to the other side and counter hit. So here it's basically rinse and repeat mode where you have to jump and counter the charge attack and you know simply jump over the projectile that's coming straight at you. That's all you need to do. And I know a lot of guides have suggested to use the tags and the cockflies in this phase, but I would say hold on to them for phase 2, cause that's the phase you're gonna end as soon as possible. But there too, we have a trick to make this fight even simpler. So at some point, you will have the boss staggered and it will fall down. And we have another wave of two enemies. They usually are in sync and they keep bouncing. So wait for them to calm down and then 3 strikes would kill it. Now this phase of the fight is quite easy. So you have these arrows that will spawn from below and you just simply dodge them. They are slow and in most cases you can stand your ground and many of those arrows are gonna miss you. Now in this phase, the boss is gonna throw not 2 but 3 projectiles at you. But that's just to scare you. You still only have to dodge 1. So don't panic and start jumping. Wait for the one that's directed towards you and you know simply jump over just that one. Rest 2 will fly above you. Now that is something you wanna always remember, and I know a lot of players who have died to that attack, and honestly if you know the trick, it is the easiest move to dodge. Once again we have the projectiles and as you can see we are dodging just 1. Rest 2 are just to trigger us into doing something stupid. Now during this phase, sometimes the boss will appear not on the sides but around the center of the arena, and when that happens, you're gonna get close and get 3 or even 4 hits on it. The boss is just gonna scream, so that's a great time to counterattack. And in between that, we have the same attacks. 3 projectile throw, out of which you wanna dodge the only one that's directed straight at you. And we have the charge. We also have the arrows, but they are simply meant to distract you. So here, you can see the boss spawns around the center of the arena. So you wanna get close, get 3 hits. This is something you wanna keep an eye on. You can get a lot of damage done on this move. And now we have the final wave. And after this is when you wanna throw the kitchen sink at this boss. Boss appears around the center, attack, staggered. Also for the smaller enemies, I would always suggest get rid of the ground enemy first as it spawns first. So by the time the second tries to attack you, the ground enemy is already dead. So here I get greedy and try to attack the boss, but the magnetite dice protects me from the throwables. So yeah, that's something you can consider to have in your inventory. Once again, the boss reappears around the center, so get close, get 3 or even 4 hits on it. And as you can see, I have used the tags which is great against this boss. And even use the cog flies. I don't use it because I wanted to show all the moves and how to best counter them. But after the minions appear for the last time, you wanna use all your tools at your disposal. So that about does it for this boss guide. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.